Welcome into this mother. We ain't talking about it, but we're gonna try to be about it. We are vastly behind schedule, but the mail is never late. Welcome into Mailbox Sports. Your boy is absolutely hitting the grind button. We've been home for about 12 minutes. We will get to the breakdown of home life in a bit. But before we get into that, we will get to the breakdown of what is going on out here in these wonderful streets we call YouTube. Bear fans, you probably watched it with me. You probably watched it without me, but I know you watched it. We got to watch our beloved Chicago Bears go out there and not only give us a few more gray hairs, but we also got to have them exhilarate us with the wins that we didn't know we could achieve. Didn't think I would ever in my life see the time where the Bears could be what do we call it? A team that can win a shootout. And winning that shootout, 47 points. Every single one of them was needed. One of them should have been defensive until it was called back, but I digress about that right there. Nonetheless, we are going to get into a quick recap of what was to come and what has happened. Bears win in Cincinnati. Gave up an absolute mess of yards to one old Joe Flacco. 460 yards, I believe. Nonetheless, Caleb had a game that was somewhat memorable for him. Had his first receiving touchdown of the year. Had 2 passing touchdowns to go along with that as well. 280 plus yards, I believe. 2 weeks in a row. This week, non-empty calorie yards, as people might want to try to call them. Non-garbage yards. All utilized and caught the way in which they needed to be. And yesterday, we got into the actual closing of the NFL trade deadline. Bears made a move on the margins. We will talk about it at some point today, but nonetheless, nothing was made in a way that would totally set the NFL world ablaze. And so with that being said, we go ahead and first, y'all let me know. We're going to play my wonderful sports intro one more time. Next time you'll get some video accompaniment to it. But I want to know, what do you guys think of this nice little tune? And then we might drop, well, it's no might. At the end of the day, we're going to have an outro one day, but this is the intro. Coming to your ear hole, coast to coast, baby. Let's check it out. Let's see what it do. I really want to download it right now. I want to download it. Get me kind of excited when you think about it. Now, if y'all can see this ish right here, I can't wait to get it out there for y'all right there. I'm kind of excited. Shout out to Jay Tillman. Y'all don't know, lo-fi beats, clips, movie reviews of the old days, of the old ways, making all the plays out here every day. And you know, hey, Chi-Town about to live it today. Shout out to you, Jay Tillman. I appreciate you, man. We're going to get back into what the realness is. We got a few bear highlights over here. We're going to see if those highlights satiate anybody's appetite. We're going to see if it touches anybody out here in this ethosphere. Now, if nobody can understand, as a Bear fan, I know we were down 42-40. And nobody knows what the hell just happened. Everything is topsy-turvy. But in this moment right here, let's see if this is the play that got us absolutely out of our seats and crazy. Let's find out. Shout out to Chase Daniels. Let's listen to Chase right here.
Go up, run a post route. But this safety right here, he's going to pressure. Watch 25 come across. This is the winner in the 2-minute drive. They're going to end up pressuring. 25 comes up. Look at that pocket, first of all. It's not a great pocket. You got a guy running scot-free. And I want you to watch this throw. He's going to get it right over this defender. Okay? Between four dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's just a perfectly timed throw.
Look at that ball.
And they ping-pong off each other. And the Bears win. I can't tell you how impressive this throw is. This is just an elite play by a player that's in his second year that is playing some of the better ball he's ever done. Watch Colston Loveland go up, run a post route. But this safety right here, he's going to pressure. Watch 25 come across. This is the winner in the 2-minute drive. They're going to end up pressuring. 25 comes up. Look at that pocket, first of all. It's not a great pocket. You got a guy running scot-free. And I want you to watch this throw. He's going to get it right over this defender. Okay?
Look at that throw, T.
1, 2, 3, 4. And it's just a perfectly timed throw. And they ping-pong off each other. And the Bears win. I can't tell you how impressive this throw is.
And after he made that throw, this how shit was. This how it was. This how everybody was. I know T. Miles was when he was somewhere. Wherever you was watching the game, I know that's how you went at it. Good, better, best. Man, I wish I could be at home and watch this type of game around Chicago fans, man. You see Papa on the road everywhere. We out here making it, man. Hey, I need now. I need you to have two halves. We talked about it last week. T. Miles, he had a good half that, on the whole, gave him a good game. But that first half was one to forget. And then he absolutely kind of made it, come to fruition the second time around. I was kind of impressed with how they made some halftime adjustments, you might want to call it. We're going to go through another little highlight here, as we know. We know this one right here. Caleb's first touchdown pass.
They go end around. Moore's going to toss it and into the end zone to a wide open Williams. Well, we saw the misdirection on multiple plays on this.
Hope you had a good evening today.
But he has to have a
Make sure you
chance
hit
to make
that
this
good like
play.
button too, by the way.
They go end around. Moore's going
Look
to
at
toss
DJ.
it and into the end zone to a wide open Williams.
I think DJ named like Janari or something. Now, I only put this out here because CJ had a
The time
decent
they go to
game out
some
here.
sort of a zone, but there's always some pressure off of it.
In pressure, limited time for this guy right here, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson,
making his first big play for
made
the
a
Bears
good
defense, a loss of 6.
a good disruption to what's going on over here. I appreciate this out of him. Chelsea, how you feeling? Welcome in tonight.
A lot of times everybody will drop out in zone,
the way you
but
can
then
step
you don't
up.
know who's coming. You got Johnson and
Just got
Brisker
signed.
coming off the edge.
2 days
great
later,
secondary blitzers.
You on the field,
It's a 2-on-1 on the
even
running.
though it's only
By the
one,
time they go to
you're making
some
an
sort of
impact
a
play.
zone, but
What I did notice right there towards the end of this play right here is that he doesn't go in with force to really hit the quarterback. He kind of goes at him timidly, and in the midst of it, then he wraps him up. Now, I would like to see him be a bit more violent in the wrap-up, but I won't say that he didn't make an impact in his very first play. Well, very first plays in terms of the game against the Cincinnati Bengals. Next up, we got Colston on his first touchdown pass over here.
to the end zone, Loveland for the Chicago
Let's go ahead and see how that
touchdown.
goes. Chelsea, what you got going on tonight?
So Caleb Williams at Tongs for the 3rd and goal. Bengals rush forward
3rd and goal.
to the end zone, Loveland
I wish I could see this from a different
for the
angle.
Chicago touchdown.
I want to see exactly how we saw this
Caleb
draw up.
Williams at Tongs for the 3rd and goal. Bengals rush forward to the end
Because
zone.
there is a streaking
Loveland
Manon guy
for the
to the side
Chicago
there.
touchdown. So Caleb Williams.
Now, with that being said, let's go over here and see. I will show you the Rome play, but Rome has got to catch that damn ball. Okay, that's Caleb's touchdown. Next page, we're scrolling through right now on these R22 so we can see exactly what Caleb saw on that pass. That says the kids. Give me a moment, y'all, as we scroll through these wonderful plays. And what I did notice last time, may have to find an abridged way to look at these things because it did copyright all of them, oddly enough. And this has got to be infuriating to you guys, but it is to me as well. Because I really need to find out exactly where this pass is that I'm looking for. Because I want to know what Caleb did right when he saw this particular play and threw a touchdown to Colston Loveland. It would help me to better understand if Caleb is actually seeing a couple reads better in short spaces. I see a lot of Colston name in this script right here. And for the game plan, T Miles, I am very ecstatic that they finally started to use my guy. And let me go ahead. Play situations. We want all scoring. Red zone plays. So, okay, this is Caleb's touchdown in the red zone. Caleb's pass to Zacchaeus. Caleb to Colston Loveland. Let's go. Over the top, what do we see? Zacchaeus in motion. So we see a firm block. Now, let's go back and see this from the end zone. The end zone play would have us here. So we see the motion. And I might have to go back to the sideline play to see who's else open out here. I see Kyle's going to break out to the flat there. Nice break. Okay, so in truth, if you ask me, Caleb took the riskiest throw here. I think he took the riskiest throw he could have in this particular. So we're going to watch out. DJ is out to the far left. Next to him is Rome. Out to the right as we see 84. And the 84 breaks. Now, if you ask me, the correct read to throw to is probably, I would say, 14 in this place. So right here, I don't see anybody else breaking in. So it's a risky throw. I think I'm throwing underneath myself personally. I think I'm throwing underneath to Zacchaeus in that instance. But the fact that he did exactly this right here, he got it right over the top of the linebacker. He threw it to his big body tight end. And like you said, T. Miles, I don't think he throws that to Komet. And if he does throw it to Komet's first inclination is to go to the ground with everything. But I also think that Komet was set up in a different area of the middle of the end zone. Komet's more of a front of the end zone type, if you notice. He's going to set up around the front to the middle, more so than the back end. But next time, let's watch for it to see when he got both of them, what he try to do. Because this is the play you're talking about right there. Nice angle on it. And Chelsea, I don't know how to break down film. So that in itself is some of the things that me and you going to be able to work into our duo streams. And even in that regard, anytime I'm on stream, like I said, I will open the Discord and we will have ample opportunity to go ahead and discuss things we see in real time. This is the Britton Brown touchdown here. Britton, first game out here. Watch the toss. Watch the hole that they created for him right there. And he ran straight through it. Decisive. He didn't waste time. I want us to see it again. Watch how they pin this up. Everybody to the outside. Now, and the two linemen, and Tony and Benedict don't get enough credit. Both of them blocked 3 people right there, Chelsea. How we doing, Erica? Both of them. Watch here. And then he just tossed one out the way. Tony, they both blocked 3 people at the same time, and then he tossed another guy straight out the goddamn way. That's how you roll grade for that boy out there. We gotta get that one again. Let's hear that. Let's hear this. One more time. We gotta hear this.
Loveland in a jaw dropper.
Chelsea, Erica said I gotta find a way to get my mailbox diversified. She says it's all types of different things that come in the mailbox, and I need to come on with the review reactions.
He's gonna score. Look
at that coach face. Look at that coach face.
In a jaw dropper.
Fans went crazy. He bounced off of everybody that he could. And I want y'all to watch Zach Taylor's face again in here. Watch this damn face, boy.
Williams sling.
He's stunned. All that had to happen, no less, because if you notice in my next picture for you, these three guys, this one right here, Nick McLeod, Nashawn Wright, Josh Blackwell, those were the starters in the backfield last week. So to have those guys be out there, be a part of the shellacking that T. Higgins put on us, and T made some great plays. Let's not negate that. I know a lot of people get annoyed with Nashawn on the catch that T. Higgins made to score the first touchdown, I believe. He had the ball in his hands. He made a perfect play on position, and he got bodied for it. T, a big boy. You know? And so in that instance, those types of things happen. Now, we will want to move into a little bit of this Kyle Monangai play situations, because Kyle had some rushes that I was all too impressed with. We're going to take off of these because I don't care about these anymore. Let's get you gone. Run plays. Because Kyle busts off some wonderful runs. This is for 5 yards here. And we're going to look at it just to see how the blocks are set up. But I want to get to some of the bigger runs. So we got two blockers up top, receivers, one down bottom. They toss it to the weak side. And he finds the immediate hole and just scurries for what he can get. I can't be mad at that. Next play. If you notice, let's watch how he attacks the next play over here. I believe he get 9 yards in this play here. A heavy package. We got two tight ends in there. He started deep in the backfield. Straight up the middle. He fires like a bullet. A cannonball right there. Watch this from the back. Watch this and just watch how he get his head of steam moving forward. You're going to get a small crease right between 73 and 58, and he is gone. And notice Trapillo came on in for that particular play so that they had 6 people blocking. The gaps already start out where people can't do anything to stop him. Let's go ahead and see a couple more runs out of him today. And then I just might, next stream have found a workaround to what I'm trying to do here with these play types. Everybody flooded good to the left for him. The shift. Now watch, we got 79. Theo Benedet took somebody out. And if he don't get tripped on that play, that's to the house. If he don't get tripped up, he housing that. This right here is where we need to see a bit more from our quarterback because it'll help him even more with the passing game. If you notice, the run game and the passing game are married together in terms of settling and quieting Cable's feet. Now, in that instance, everything downfield he thought was closed off. So he did what he thought was the right thing to do, was to pick up 13 on first down. If you see that much daylight in front of you, sometimes you go ahead and take, that's a gimme play just like a layup on a dump off. That's a layup too. That's a gimme. Everybody here, everybody blocked. He thought he was going to get DJ coming back. They had sound defense on him. He say, hell, let me take it. No problem. I can respect it. Now I really want to get to one of these big Manon guys. I see all these 8-yarders, 9-yarders. I see a lot of things out here for Kyle. Cause Kyle ripped off 25 carries to be exact. Kyle had a lot of carries in this game, so he carried the mail. I'm just gonna say it like that. That's what they used to say back in the day. The running back carried the mail. He told it to rock that day. He did everything that was expected of him as a rookie. And how could anybody, in the midst of Caleb having his growing pains, how can anybody say that Kyle Monangai did anything not to assist him in having the best opportunity to have a great game? And yes, he still didn't get to the great game, but he had a pretty good game. We're going to see another one of these. 18 yards is a pretty good run over here. Like I said, we just got home. We did want to come in, do a bit of a review on some of the run plays. And I do want to go back just a bit so that we can see all of Caleb's most successful throws and see where he was when he threw it. So I think we'll do that. We did make a tackle for a trade for a defensive end. While maybe not the splash play that everybody would like us to have, I do think that he will give us the productivity or more than one Dayo Adangbo right now, simply because he's had like 1/8 of the snaps and he's still been as productive. So in that regard, I'm totally anxious to see how he can make things happen for himself out there on that front. Back me up, sir. Thank you. Thank you. And then we're gonna get to these pass plays real fast. Love of my life. Popping up in the driveway, it's my wife. Boom boom boo. Oh yeah. Kool-Aid. Pass. Now I need a little bit more of a filter than that. Target location. Between the hashes. Let's see how many passes young Caleb completed in the hashes. There's one. And let's see. Just to make sure, let's find out how many completions Caleb had for the game. Pass play. I don't get it. Oh, yeah. Let's take that off. Let's go down the seam and see. Let's check mechanics. Throwing off the back foot, he's planted. You missed it. You missed the pass, but your form, at least, appears to be unhurried right here. Now, what you have to do, and that's a commit thing again. I don't know. If that's not stone hands, I do believe that Colston catches that. Once again, Caleb was just in the pocket when he made that throw. And he rolls out on this one. And typically, I don't like Caleb rolling out to the left. He don't do very well with it for me, but I'm glad to see that you finally hooked up with DJ on one of those types. Let's see how this pass to Zacchaeus. I know he throws it across the middle of the field, but did he stay in the pocket? Let's look at it. Okay, so that's a toss play. So obviously, he stayed in the middle of the field. He did nothing with it. On to the next one. Now we're going to notice in this play, Caleb takes his drop back, settles his feet and his eyes, gets his body in position, makes a throw. Open his body up a bit more than he needed to right then, but, he'll continue to work on some of them things. I think. Anyhow, that's what I think. And this is, I think, one of the last times we might see Cole Kmet in the game here. Now, on this play, as much as they say this is a medicine ball and he didn't put him where he needed to, yes, while it wasn't the best ball, Cole was awkward in his landing and trips himself up. Like, he didn't meet instant, like hit. Nor did he get hit on the play anywhere near his head. But let's see this one right here. And for the most part, we see success from Caleb when he stays in the pocket. This one right there is one of them, oh yeah, good play. You threw it into a boatload of people and it could have been bad. That's the hero ball. You applaud it when it works. If that goes bad, we don't see it the same way. And if I look at it from the back angle, it was a better throw or a better area to throw to than I gave him credit for, but still one of those things where he had to immerse himself into the minutia of the field. Kind of makes you a bit nervous for him. And this was a drive in which he scored a touchdown. So showed you he was staying middle of the field in the pocket. And at that instance, it gave us reference that he was doing things the right way. So, before we get out of here, we're going to turn our attention to any questions we got as far as the Bears' win last week against the Bengals. Any things that we might think might be some good topics or lead-ins for the week to come, the week we play against those New York football giants. And while we're at it, we look to a little bit of fantasy advice. What say you about your boy adding up the things he adding up? And by that I mean my fantasy lineup, baby. Gotta help your boy see if I'm doing it right. I do believe this is the league I won a championship in last year. Right now, we are a little bit in shambles as far as record goes. Let's show you what's my record. I'm 5-4, so that's not good. 5-4 is okay. It's like if the Bears lose this week and they're 5-4, I'll be highly pissed. But 5-4, no bye week. But this week, my quarterback, Dak Prescott, is on a bye week. CeeDee Lamb on a bye week. Rashee Rice on a bye week. And after that, we are at the mercy of Colston Loveland, Travion Henderson, Kyle Monunga. Shout out to you, Kyle. DeAndre Swifty, Garrett Wilson, Jawan Johnson, Oronde Gadsden, Bucky Irving, Breece Hall, Chris Olave, and one Darius Slayton. My question is, who gets the boot so that I can pick up a quarterback? My apologies. Who gets the boot so that I can pick up a quarterback? It has to be somebody between Travion, Colston, and Jawan. Shh. No. Nobody asked you, sir. You don't get a vote. You don't get a vote, Cash. If anybody get a vote, they let me know what it is. No, man. You'll be quiet, okay? It's okay. It's your mama. Go greet her, but don't be loud. We can't do that. We gotta wrap up. Nonetheless, we are definitely gonna find a different way to analyze this game, as it is obviously a must win. In this game right here, that's a must win. It's my fantasy life. You get 13 games of fantasy before things get real and you on the outside looking in. So it means you got 4 games left. The strategy will be highly critical, as important as it will be for the Bears and Caleb to continue to develop a presence to remain focused in the context or the confines of the pocket. Keep those feet and those eyes tied up together, i.e., no pitter-patter to the feet, no dancing. Marry your feet to your eyes. That'll in turn help his throwing motion to continue to have what T-Minus classifies as a good game this week. Shout out to that. And let's see that he can do that in a bit more of a consistent basis. Outside of that, we touched on the trade, and that, my apologies, is we traded a 6th-round pick in order to acquire the rights to, in this man's name, JTS is what they call him right now. We're going to go with that. He's from the Browns. We acquired JTS and a 7th-round pick. I do believe he'll get some of those streaming opportunities to have ample playing time based on the lack of depth. And also in that, I will have a lack of yawn time for your camera. Stay tuned next week as I get me a new intro to the stage out here. We get some, what's the word I'm looking for? Get some new vibes infused over here. I'm going to give you some visuals next week, but this week we get some audio. In case y'all do not know, shout out to Jay Tillman once again. When you need something you never knew you needed, Jay Tillman is there for you. Check my man out on his lo-fi beats. It is about a few 30 minutes away from Smell the roses in her stream today. We are 10 subs away from 500. Let's get us a milestone. Let's get us there. Share the content with a friend. Share it over and over again. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Hit those notifications. We will get back to a Friday stream. Not sure what the topic will be, but that will give us an opportunity to peel back the layer and open up another letter in the mailbox. Until then, T. Miles, Chelsea, Erica, I appreciate everybody pulling up. Let's listen to this tune once again. It's from my man Jay Tillman. We're going to get this exit going for you. Bears win 47-42 over the Cincinnati Bengals. Dinner time is calling my name. Appreciate y'all for coming again. And let's listen in to what Jay put together for us, y'all. Till next time, and until next delivery, a little bit of the jam from the postman.